at both meetings. House Intel Committee ranking Democrat I just mentioned, Schiff, weighed in a short time ago. Watch.
There should be only one meeting. It should be the Gang of Eight. There shouldn't be a pre-meeting with two GOP members who have effectively acted as Donald Trump's legal defense team in Congress. I was assured that Kelly would only be there to convene the meeting and then would leave the room. There should be no one present from the White House. In fact, we shouldn't even have the White House convening this meeting. It just shows really how improperly motivated the whole meeting is.
Capri, is your Democrat Party in risk of sounding sour grapes at this point?
I think when folks like Adam Schiff put it in such a way that, for example, Trey Gowdy is part of, Trump's legal defense team, when you get cutesy like that, you lose credibility. I mean, I think that there are some legitimate issues here. I think that it would have been better if there was just one bipartisan meeting that was convened, so you take the optics of partisanship out of this. I think that same thing as far as, the White House being involved, because you're dealing with intelligence agencies and law enforcement agencies, having the presence of the White House there, even though they were the ones that wanted it, does raise, again, optics questions, if nothing else. But again, you lose the ability to make that argument when you get too cute by half, like Adam Schiff did. And I think that we need to be careful on how we approach these things.
Well, and Ari, isn't the bottom line somebody may have infiltrated in some way without saying exactly who they were in a presidential campaign in the United States of America?
Well, let me begin. I think there's a bottomer line. And the
bottomer line. I like that.
The bottomer line is Russia interfered with our election, and we know that the DNC and John Podesta's emails were hacked. And if any American cooperated in that should be investigated. And I've said before, I'll say it again, an attack on one party is an attack on all parties. So I'm all for this investigation.